What if peace wasn't something you had to find, but something you already had inside you? What if the chaos around you didn't have to control the calm within you? Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that no matter what happens, arguments, pressure, loss, or uncertainty, nothing could shake your inner balance. You still breathe the same air, you still walk through the same world, but inside, it feels different. Every sound, every challenge, every moment becomes a choice to react or to remain centered. This audiobook isn't about escaping your emotions, it's about mastering them. Because true calm isn't built when life is easy, it's built when everything feels like it's falling apart and you still choose peace. So, take a deep breath and let's begin the journey to unshakable calm.
In a world that never stops moving, peace feels like a luxury few can afford. Every day, we're pulled into noise, notifications, expectations, responsibilities, people's opinions, and our own thoughts that never seem to stop talking. Most of us aren't short on time or talent. We're short on stillness. Think about it. How often do you find yourself reacting before you even realize what's happening? Someone's words hit a nerve. A situation goes wrong. Plans fall apart. And suddenly, your mood shifts. Your energy collapses, and your mind spins into chaos. But what if you could stop that spiral right when it begins? What if, instead of being controlled by your emotions, you could control the space between stimulus and response? That space is where peace lives. That space is where your power begins. This audiobook isn't about ignoring your emotions or pretending to be Zen. It's about understanding your inner world so deeply that no outside force can break it. You'll learn how to pause before reacting, how to reframe chaos into clarity, and how to protect your mental energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Calm isn't weakness. It's the highest form of strength. And by the end of this journey, you won't just know how to stay calm. You'll become calm itself. So, if you've ever felt like life keeps testing your patience, this is your moment to reclaim control. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding the nature of calm. In this chapter, you are going to learn what calm truly means, beyond just silence or patience, why most people fail to stay composed under stress, how your mind and body react to chaos, and how to reprogram that reaction. And finally, how calmness can become your natural state, no matter what's happening around you. Let's start from the beginning, understanding what calm really is, and why it's the foundation of emotional mastery. Chapter 1. Understanding the nature of calm. Calm. A simple word, yet so misunderstood. Most people think calm means doing nothing, being quiet, shutting down emotions. But real calm isn't the absence of noise, it's the mastery of it. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. The wind is wild, the sky is dark, and everything around you is shaking. Calm doesn't mean pretending the storm isn't there. It means standing tall within it, knowing it will pass and you'll still be standing when it does. True calm is not built in comfort, it's forged in chaos. It's the ability to choose your response when everything inside you wants to react. It's the awareness that emotions are temporary guests. They come, they shout, they leave. You don't have to serve them tea every time they knock on your door. Most people lose their calm not because life is hard, but because they've never trained their mind to pause. That single pause between impulse and reaction, that's where power lives. The calm mind doesn't suppress emotion, it understands it.
Think of your mind as water. When it's disturbed, you can't see what's beneath the surface, but when it's still, everything becomes clear. Calm doesn't mean weakness. It's silent confidence. It's walking through fire and choosing not to panic. It's being aware that panic changes nothing, but presence changes everything. You can't always control what happens around you, but you can control the atmosphere within you. That's the difference between reacting and responding. The next time someone says something that hurts or a situation spins out of control, take a single breath before responding. That breath is your shield. It's a moment where chaos loses power and you regain control. Calm people aren't born, they're trained. They've fallen apart enough times to learn that panic never solves problems. They've realized that peace isn't something to find, it's something to protect. Every moment you stay calm, you're teaching your mind that not everything deserves a reaction, and slowly your mind starts to obey. When calm becomes your habit, clarity becomes your weapon. And from that clarity, better choices begin to rise. So remember, calm isn't about staying still, it's about staying steady. And once you master that steadiness, life starts to move in your favor. Coming up next, Chapter 2, The Triggers That Steal Your Peace. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the hidden triggers that quietly rob you of calm, the subtle thoughts, words, and habits that keep your mind in a constant state of reaction. You'll learn how to identify them, disarm them, and build emotional distance before they control you. Because you can't protect your peace until you understand what's stealing it.
Chapter 2. The Triggers That Steal Your Peace. Every person has a moment when calm disappears instantly. A single word, a look, a delay, a mistake, and suddenly the mind explodes with irritation or anxiety. But here's the truth. It's never the situation that destroys your peace. It's your reaction to it. And that reaction comes from something deeper, a trigger. A trigger is like a hidden switch inside you. Sometimes it's built from old experiences, times when you were judged, hurt, ignored, or made to feel small. Other times it's shaped by fear of losing control, of being misunderstood, or of not being enough. Triggers hide in everyday moments. Someone talks over you, and your old memory of being unheard wakes up. A plan fails, and your past fear of disappointment comes alive. You're not overreacting to this moment. You're reacting to every moment that felt like this one. That's why calm feels impossible sometimes, because you're fighting ghosts that live inside your memory. The first step to mastering your calm is not to avoid triggers. It's to recognize them. Notice when your heart races, when your tone changes, when your thoughts start arguing with reality. That's your trigger speaking. Don't silence it, just observe it. Awareness weakens every emotional storm. The more aware you are, the more distance you create between yourself and your reactions. It's like watching a wave rise without letting it drown you. Try this. The next time something bothers you, don't rush to defend yourself. Instead, ask, what exactly am I feeling right now? Name it. Anger, fear, disappointment, pride. Once it has a name, it loses control. Because what you can name, you can navigate. Triggers thrive on your lack of awareness. They want you to act fast, to explode, to lose your center. But calmness is built when you slow down long enough to see the trigger
before it pulls you. Remember, peace isn't lost in the big moments. It's stolen in the small ones. The casual insult, the small delay, the unexpected change. Every time you stay calm instead of reacting, you're telling your mind, I'm in control now. And slowly, your triggers stop controlling you. They fade, they quiet down, and they lose their power. Because nothing outside you can truly disturb you, unless something inside you agrees to be disturbed. Coming up next, Chapter 3, The Science of Emotional Balance. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the psychology behind calm, how your brain and body work during stress, and what actually happens inside when you lose control. You'll learn simple, science-backed ways to reset your emotions, calm your nervous system, and train your mind to return to peace faster than ever. Because to master your emotions, you must first understand how they're built. Chapter 3, The Science of Emotional Balance. To stay calm, you must first understand what happens inside you when you don't. Every emotion you feel, anger, stress, fear, frustration, starts as a chemical signal in your brain. When your mind senses a threat, even a small one, it activates a survival system called the amygdala, your emotional alarm. It doesn't care if the threat is a wild animal or a rude message. It reacts the same way. Your heart beats faster, your muscles tighten, and your breathing becomes shallow. Your brain prepares you to fight, run, or freeze. This is called the fight or flight response, and it's powerful. But in our modern world, it often misfires. You're not running from danger anymore. You're running from discomfort. When you lose your calm, your body is just doing what it thinks is necessary to keep you safe. The problem is, your brain can't tell the difference between a real threat and an emotional one. That's where awareness becomes your secret weapon. Because once you recognize that your stress isn't always real, it's just your brain overreacting, you regain control. Calmness isn't about shutting off emotion. It's about rebalancing the system. When you take a deep breath, you're not just relaxing. You're sending a signal to your brain. We're safe now. The amygdala starts to quiet, and another part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, the center of logic and decision-making, comes back online. That's when you start thinking clearly again. This is why reacting in anger or panic always leads to regret. Because in that moment, your emotional brain is driving, and your logical brain is locked in the trunk. Calmness returns when you switch seats, when your logical mind takes the wheel again. Here's something powerful to remember. You can't stop emotions from showing up, but you can train your brain to pause before obeying them. That's emotional balance, not the absence of feeling, but the harmony between emotion and reason. The more often you practice this, noticing tension, breathing through it, letting the emotion rise and fall, the more your brain rewires itself for calm better. Science calls this neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to change through repetition. Every time you choose calm instead of chaos, you're literally reshaping your mind to handle stress better next time. Your emotional balance isn't fixed. It's a skill that grows with awareness and practice. So, the next time your heart races or your thoughts spiral, don't fight it. Just breathe. That single breath is you rewriting the pattern. You're not broken. You're just training your biology to follow your peace,
not your panic. Coming up next, Chapter 4, The Power of Response over Reaction. In the next chapter, we'll explore the art of response, how calm people manage to stay composed even when life gets unpredictable. You'll learn the difference between reacting out of habit and responding with awareness, and how this single shift can completely transform your relationships, focus, and emotional strength. Because peace isn't about what happens to you, it's about how you respond when it does.
Chapter 4, The Power of Response over Reaction. Life is a constant invitation to react. A delay, an insult, a misunderstanding, each one pulls at your emotions, whispering, "Do something, prove something." And before you know it, you've said words you didn't mean, made choices you regret, or created storms that didn't need to exist. That's the trap of reaction. It's fast, it's emotional, and it often feels right in the moment. But reaction is your past trying to control your present. Response, on the other hand, is the language of awareness. It's calm, intentional, and guided by clarity, not emotion. The difference between reaction and response is only a few seconds, but those seconds can change everything. Imagine this. Someone criticizes you. Your mind wants to defend, to argue, to fire back. That's reaction. But if you take a breath, pause, and choose your words with awareness, that's response. Reaction comes from your triggers. Response comes from your training. A calm person doesn't avoid conflict, they simply don't let conflict decide their behavior. Every time you pause before responding, you're telling your mind, "I choose peace over impulse." That small choice begins to shift your entire energy. Here's the secret. Calm people don't always feel calm. They just act from their center, not their chaos. They've learned that not everything deserves a reply, and not every moment deserves their energy. Responding instead of reacting is a form of self-respect. It means you refuse to let others dictate your emotional state. When someone tries to pull you into their storm, stay in your peace. When a situation turns unpredictable, breathe, assess, and act, not react. Because your response shapes reality more than the event itself. This is how leaders stay grounded under pressure, how parents handle chaos without breaking down, how peaceful minds remain powerful even in pain. You don't have to win every argument. You don't have to explain your calmness. Sometimes silence is your strongest response. A reaction may feel good in the moment, but a response feels right in the long run. The more you practice this, the more life stops controlling you and starts flowing with you. So next time you feel your emotions rising, remember, you don't need to be the loudest person in the room. You just need to be the one who doesn't lose themselves. That's true calm. That's real power. Coming up next, Chapter 5, Building Calm Habits for Daily Life. In the next chapter, we'll shift from understanding calm to living it, turning peace into a daily habit. You'll learn practical routines, micro-habits, and mindset rituals that strengthen your emotional stability day by day, even when life gets messy. Because staying calm isn't a one-time decision, it's a lifestyle you build moment by moment. Chapter 5, Building Calm Habits for Daily Life. Calmness isn't something you wait for, it's something you build, habit by habit, choice by choice. Imagine your mind as a garden. Without care, weeds of stress, reactivity, and negativity grow. But with consistent attention, the seeds of calm, focus, and clarity flourish. Habits are the scaffolding for your calm mind. They don't just support it, they create it. In this chapter, you're going to learn how to structure your day so calmness becomes automatic. Simple micro-habits that reduce stress before it even starts. The mental exercises that make calmness a natural response, not a forced effort. And how small daily routines compound into unstoppable mental strength. 1. Morning rituals that set the tone. How you begin your day shapes how you experience it. Rushing into emails or scrolling social media immediately awakens stress. Instead, wake up without screens for the first 10 to 15 minutes. Practice mindful breathing or a short meditation to anchor yourself. Move your body lightly, stretches, yoga, or a short walk. Write down 3 things you're grateful for or set intentions for the day. These steps signal to your brain this day will be calm, intentional, and under my control. 2. Workday habits that preserve your peace. Stress often spikes when you multitask, rush, or overcommit. Protect your calm. Focus on one task at a time. Single tasking strengthens clarity. Schedule breaks every 60 to 90 minutes. Step away, breathe, and reset your energy. Use mindful transitions. Before switching tasks, pause, exhale, and prepare mentally. Set healthy boundaries. Protect your evenings from unnecessary obligations or digital noise. Small adjustments keep your mind calm even in chaotic work environments. 3. Evening rituals that reset your mind. How you end your day matters as much as how you start it. Digital detox. Turn off screens 1 hour before sleep. Reflect and release. Journal briefly about the day, noting lessons learned and what to let go of. Relax. Read. Stretch. Listen to calming music or take a warm bath. Sleep consistently. Bedtime and wake-up time should remain the same. These rituals protect your calm and prepare you for a fresh, resilient mind tomorrow. 4. Weekly habits for long-term calm. Calmness isn't only built day by day, it strengthens with weekly practices. Declutter your space. An organized environment reduces mental chaos. Plan the week ahead. Set priorities and review goals to prevent overwhelm. Schedule rest and fun. Balance productivity with joy. Connect meaningfully. Spend time with people who uplift you. Reflect on progress. Adjust goals and let go of unnecessary stressors. These habits create a mental ecosystem where calm thrives. Remember, calmness isn't a single achievement. It's a lifestyle. Every morning, every workday habit, every evening ritual compounds over time. Calmness becomes automatic. Your mind becomes your sanctuary. Coming up next, Chapter 6, Mastering Emotional Control for Smarter Decisions. In the next chapter, you'll discover how controlling your emotions can transform your decision-making. You'll learn why impulsive choices sabotage your life and how emotional mastery turns challenges into stepping stones. Imagine making every decision from a place of clarity, not chaos. That's the power waiting in Chapter 6. Chapter 6. Mastering Emotional Control for Smarter Decisions. Emotions are powerful. They fuel passion, creativity, connection, even survival. But left unchecked, they can cloud your judgment, sabotage choices, and lead to regrets you didn't see coming. What if you could harness your emotions instead of being ruled by them? What if every decision you made came from clarity, not chaos? In this chapter, you're going to learn why emotions hijack your decision-making, the cost of impulsive, emotionally driven choices, how mastering emotional control leads to smarter, calmer decisions, practical strategies to train your mind for emotional mastery. 1. How emotions influence decisions. Every decision, big or small, is shaped by your emotional state. When emotions run high, the amygdala, your brain's survival center, dominates, and your prefrontal cortex, rational thinking, takes a back seat. Angry? You might say things you regret. Anxious? You struggle to see options clearly. Stressed? Small problems feel massive and opportunities slip by unnoticed. Emotional control allows you to recognize when feelings are louder than reason and regain balance before acting. 2. The cost of poor emotional control. Impulsive spending. Shopping to soothe sadness leads to financial regret. Emotional eating. Stress triggers unhealthy eating, harming health. Quitting in anger. Leaving a job or relationship rashly can have long-term consequences. overreacting in conflicts. Words spoken in the heat of the moment damage trust. These choices feel right in the moment, but calm reflection prevents regret. 3. The benefits of emotional mastery. Clear thinking. Calm minds evaluate facts, weigh pros and cons, and foresee outcomes. Better timing. You act when it matters, not react impulsively. Greater perspective. See the bigger picture, not just immediate discomfort. Improved relationships. People trust those who stay calm under pressure. Resilience. Setbacks no longer break you, they become learning opportunities. 4. Emotional intelligence gaps and smarter decisions. High EQ individuals excel at self-awareness, recognizing triggers before reacting. Self-regulation, aligning responses with values, not impulses. Motivation, staying focused despite setbacks. Empathy, understanding others to improve collaboration. Social skills, managing relationships with clarity and respect. Mastering these skills directly improves your decision-making and life outcomes. 5. How to train your mind for calmness. Pause before reacting. Count to 10, take a breath, step outside if needed. Label your emotions. Identify what you truly feel: frustration, fear, disappointment. Naming reduces intensity. Ask key questions.
Am I reacting or responding thoughtfully? Will this matter in a week, a month, a year? What's the smartest choice? Practice emotional regulation, breathing exercises, mindfulness, reframing thoughts, and physical activity release emotional energy. Reflect on past lessons. Times emotions led you astray. What could you have done differently? 6. Real-life examples of emotional mastery. CEOs in crisis. A reactive leader panics, worsening the situation. A calm leader gathers facts, consults advisors, and responds strategically, earning loyalty and respect. Historical leaders. From generals to presidents, those who controlled emotions made wiser decisions under pressure, steering others safely through storms. Chapter 7. Practical techniques to train your mind for calmness. Calmness isn't luck, it's a skill, trained, practiced, and strengthened over time. Imagine facing chaos, stress, or conflict, and remaining steady, focused, and clear-headed. What if that could be your default state, not a rare achievement? In this chapter, you're going to learn why calmness is a trainable skill, core principles to strengthen mental steadiness, daily and advanced techniques to cultivate calm, habits that create long-term mental clarity. 1. Why you need to train your mind for calmness. The modern world bombards you with stress triggers, notifications, deadlines, traffic, news, and social comparisons. Without training, your brain reacts automatically with impatience, anxiety, or frustration. A trained mind maintains focus, sharp thinking, and inner peace even when external chaos rises. Calmness acts as an anchor, keeping you steady through emotional storms and uncertainty. 2. Core principles of mental calmness. Awareness comes first. You can't change what you don't notice. Recognize tension or agitation before it controls your actions. Consistency beats intensity. Small daily practices build lasting calmness more effectively than occasional effort. Calm is a skill, not a trait. Anyone can learn it. With practice, your nervous system responds instead of reacting. 3. Daily techniques to build calm. Mindful breathing, 5 minutes per day. Inhale 4 counts, hold 4 counts, exhale 4 counts, pause 4 counts. Box breathing. Trains your brain to link breath with relaxation. Visualization for calm confidence. Mentally rehearse handling stress calmly. strengthens neural pathways for composed responses. Gratitude reflection. List 3 things you're grateful for daily. Shifts focus from problems to positivity. Slow down your pace. Walk, speak, and eat deliberately. Counters rushed energy, grounding you in calm. 4. Advanced techniques. Meditation, 10+ minutes per day. Focus on breath, a mantra, or a peaceful image. Strengthens attention and reduces anxiety. Progressive muscle relaxation. Tense and relax muscle groups to release tension and signal mental calm. Journaling for emotional clarity. Write thoughts and feelings freely to process emotions without impulsive reactions. Affirmations for inner strength. Examples: I am in control of my mind and reactions. I meet challenges with calm and clarity. 5. Habits that promote a calm lifestyle. Digital boundaries. Limit notifications and set tech-free times. Simplify your environment. A tidy space supports a calm mind. Prioritize sleep. Protect your rest with routines and a screen-free wind-down. Nourish your body. Hydrate, eat balanced meals, and exercise regularly. 6. Real-time mental exercises. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Identify 5 things you see, 4 you feel, 3 you hear, 2 you smell, 1 you taste. Instantly restores calm. Reframe negative thoughts. Shift from "this is unbearable" to "this is uncomfortable, but I can handle it." The calm response script. Before reacting, pause, breathe, choose clarity over chaos. 7. Real-life example. Someone who panicked in traffic now practices mindfulness, breathing, and reframing thoughts. The traffic hasn't changed, but their reaction has. Calmness transforms everyday stressors into moments of mental practice. 8. Long-term benefits of training calmness. Better health, lower stress, stronger immune system, improved heart function. Stronger relationships. Calm communication fosters trust. Greater success. Clear, composed minds make smarter decisions. Inner peace. Enjoy life fully, free from chronic worry or irritation. Conclusion. Calmness is your mental superpower. It's not passive, it's active strength built daily. Every mindful breath, thought, and choice reinforces your foundation. Over time, calmness becomes not just a practice, but who you are. Coming up next, Chapter 8. How successful people think clearly under stress. In the next chapter, you'll discover how high achievers remain composed under pressure, making smart, confident decisions when others panic. Learn the mindset, habits, and strategies that turn stress into clarity. Chapter 8. How successful people think clearly under stress. Stress doesn't reveal your IQ. It reveals your mindset. What if you could face deadlines, crises, and chaos and still make clear, confident decisions every single time? In this chapter, you're going to learn why stress affects thinking and decision-making, how successful people remain calm under pressure, mental habits and tools to maintain clarity, step-by-step strategies to protect your mind in high-stress situations. 1. The myth: successful people don't feel stress. It's easy to assume CEOs, athletes, and leaders don't feel stress like you do. The truth: they feel it, but they don't let it control their actions. They manage stress by maintaining clarity, perspective, and discipline. Calm thinking under stress is not a gift, it's a habit built through practice. 2. How stress affects thinking. When stress hits,
Your brain's amygdala, survival instincts, activates. Blood flow shifts away from the prefrontal cortex, logical thinking. Result, narrow thinking, impatience, poor decisions. Key: successful people notice these shifts early and interrupt the cycle before it hijacks their choices. 3. Core principles to stay clear-headed. Focus on what you can control. Let go of uncontrollable factors. Direct energy toward impactful actions. Slow down your response. Stress pushes you to react quickly. Pause, breathe, and gather facts first. Simplify problems. Break complex issues into manageable pieces. Solve step by step. Maintain perspective. Ask, will this matter in a week, a month, a year? This reduces panic and clarifies priorities. Practice mental agility. Flexible minds adapt. Look for alternatives. Adjust plans. Stay open to unexpected solutions. 5. Mental habits supporting clear thinking. Routine and structure. Consistent habits reduce decision fatigue. Positive self-talk. Replace panic thoughts with empowering ones. Visualization. Rehearse success, not failure, to train the brain for solutions. Boundaries. Step back when needed to protect mental clarity. 6. Step-by-step framework to think clearly under stress. Recognize stress early. Notice tight chest, racing thoughts, or shallow breathing. Breathe and ground yourself. Anchor in the present. Right now, I am safe. Right now, I control my thoughts. Identify the core problem. What is the real issue beneath the noise? Focus on immediate actions. Small practical steps reduce anxiety and build momentum. Reframe the situation. This is a challenge I can handle, not this is a disaster. 7. Tools used by high performers.
Journaling clears mental clutter, refocuses priorities. Meditation observes thoughts without reacting. Exercise releases tension and resets energy. Time management organizes chaos into order. Mentorship and support networks provides perspective and guidance. 8. Long-term benefits. Better decisions with less regret. Lower stress and improved health. Stronger relationships and trust. Greater resilience. Consistent success through calm, clear thinking. Conclusion. Stress is the test. Calmness is the answer. Clear thinking under pressure isn't about perfection. Successful people aren't free from fear. They lead their minds instead of being led by emotions. You can do the same. Every stressful moment is an opportunity to strengthen calm and sharpen clarity. Coming up next, Chapter 9, Breaking Negative Thought Patterns for a Calmer Life. In the next chapter, you'll uncover the hidden thought loops that sabotage calmness. You'll learn how to catch, challenge, and replace negative thoughts to regain peace and mental clarity. Chapter 9, Breaking Negative Thought Patterns for a Calmer Life. What if the thoughts in your head were working against you every single day? What if the constant self-doubt, worry, and negativity were silently sabotaging your calmness, decisions, and success? In this chapter, you're going to learn what negative thought patterns are and how they hijack your mind, how they affect your emotions, choices, and relationships, step-by-step strategies to break these loops and rewire your thinking, practical tools to replace negativity with clarity, calm, and confidence. 1. Understanding negative thought patterns. Your mind is a storyteller. Every day, it creates an endless dialogue. Some thoughts empower you. Others drain you, trap you in stress, and sabotage calm thinking. Negative thought patterns are repetitive, automatic mental habits that distort reality,
trigger emotional reactions and fuel anxiety, anger, and self-doubt. 2. Common negative thought patterns. Catastrophizing, imagining the worst-case scenario in every situation. Example: if I make one mistake, I'll fail everything. All or nothing thinking, seeing life in extremes, no middle ground. If I'm not perfect, I'm a total failure. Mind reading, assuming you know what others think, usually negatively. They probably think I'm incompetent. Overgeneralization, one negative event defines your entire life. I failed once, I'll fail every time. Emotional reasoning, believing feelings reflect reality. I feel anxious, so this must be dangerous. Self-criticism, a harsh inner voice that constantly judges you. I'll never be good enough no matter what I do. 3. How these patterns destroy calmness. Keep your brain stuck in fear, doubt, and defensiveness. Trigger emotional reactions that lead to poor decisions. Strain relationships and increase stress. Wire your brain for negativity, making it harder to see solutions or opportunities. 4. The science of thought patterns. Your brain loves efficiency. Repeated thoughts create neural pathways. The more you repeat them, the stronger they get. Negative thoughts are habits, not destiny. Like any habit, they can be changed with awareness, practice, and repetition. 5. Step-by-step process to break negative thought loops. Step 1. Identify triggers. Notice when negativity spikes during work, social interactions, or fatigue. Step 2. Catch the thought. Pause and ask, what am I thinking right now? Writing it down helps. Step 3. Challenge the thought. Ask yourself, is this thought 100% true? What's the evidence for and against it? Am I exaggerating or assuming? How would I view this if calm and rational? Step 4. Reframe the thought. Replace negativity with a realistic alternative. Instead of, I'll fail, try, I'm capable of learning. One setback doesn't define me. Step 5. Repeat until habitual. Daily practice rewires your brain, gradually replacing old negative loops with calm, rational thinking. 6. Practical tools to reinforce positive thinking. Thought journaling. Record negative thoughts, challenge them, and reframe them. Affirmations. Repeat empowering statements daily. I am capable and resilient. I choose calm over chaos. Mistakes help me grow. Gratitude practice. List things you're grateful for each day to balance negativity. Mindfulness meditation. Observe thoughts without judgment. Treat them as passing clouds. Visualization. Imagine handling situations calmly to strengthen confidence and expectation. 7. Real-life examples. Overcoming catastrophizing. Before a presentation, you think, if I mess up, my career is over. Pause. Challenge it. Is this really true? Reframe. I've prepared well. I can handle this with confidence. Result. Performance improves because the thought loop was broken. Escaping self-criticism. After receiving feedback, you think, I'm not good enough. Recognize the pattern. Reframe it. One critique doesn't define me. Feedback helps me grow. Outcome. Self-esteem stays intact and personal growth accelerates. 8. Benefits of breaking negative thought patterns. Reduced emotional reactivity, clearer thinking and better decisions, increased self-trust and confidence, improved problem-solving, stronger relationships with less defensiveness, resilience. Challenges become lessons, not threats. Conclusion. Change your thoughts, change your life. Breaking negative thought patterns isn't about toxic positivity. It's about creating mental habits that support calm, clarity, and well-being. Your thoughts shape your emotions, Your emotions shape your actions, and your actions shape your life. Each calm, balanced thought you choose strengthens your inner peace and opens the door to smarter, wiser living. Coming up next, Chapter 10, Creating a Calm Life Through Daily Routines and Habits. In the final chapter, you'll discover how to structure your days, habits, and environment to make calmness effortless. Calm won't be occasional, it will become your default state.
Chapter 10, Creating a Calm Life Through Daily Routines and Habits. What if calmness wasn't something you had to chase, but something you could create every single day? What if the secret to clarity, confidence, and resilience wasn't luck, but a system you design intentionally? In this final chapter, you're going to learn how to structure your days for lasting calm, habits that protect your energy, focus, and mental clarity, simple routines that compound into a lifetime of calm, how to make calmness your default state, not just an occasional achievement. 1. Why routines matter for a calm mind. Routines reduce decision fatigue, create stability, and give your mind predictable patterns. Without routines, life becomes reactive, chaos dominates, stress rises, and calm feels impossible. Think of routines as mental hygiene. Just like brushing your teeth protects your body, daily habits protect your mind. 2. Morning routines that set the tone. A calm day begins before the world pulls you into chaos. Key morning elements. Wake up without screens. Avoid notifications or news for the first 30 minutes. Mindful breathing or meditation, 5 to 10 minutes. Center your mind. Stretch or light movement. Release tension carried from sleep. Gratitude or intention journal. Focus on positivity and purpose. Plan your day. Prioritize tasks to avoid overwhelm. 3. Workday habits to preserve calmness. Single tasking. Focus fully on one task at a time. Scheduled breaks. Step away every 60 to 90 minutes. Stretch, breathe, reset. Mindful transitions. Pause mentally between tasks. Healthy boundaries. End work at a set time to protect evenings. 4. Evening routines to reset. Evenings should restore calm, not stimulate chaos. Digital detox 1 hour before bed. No phones, laptops, or TV. Reflect and release. Journal about the day, what went well, lessons learned, what you're letting go of. Relaxing activities. Read, stretch, or enjoy calming music. Consistent sleep schedule. Strengthens natural rhythms and deepens rest. 5. Weekly habits for long-term calm. Declutter your space. Mental clarity comes from organized surroundings. Plan the week ahead. Goals, appointments, tasks. Clarity prevents overwhelm. Schedule rest and fun. Balance productivity with joy. Connect mindfully. Spend time with people who uplift and energize you. Review progress. Reflect and adjust goals to prevent small stressors from growing. 6. Lifestyle choices that support calm. Physical health, nutrition, hydration, exercise, and sleep. Mental health, mindfulness, meditation, creative outlets, and positive media. Emotional health, boundaries, self-compassion, and perspective. Calmness isn't found. It's created through small, consistent choices. 7. How small habits compound into a calm life. Start small. One habit, one routine shift. Over time, these actions compound. Calmness becomes your default state. You're no longer just doing calm things, you become a calm person. 8. To-do list for a calm life. Morning. Wake without screens. Meditate, stretch, journal gratitude, plan priorities. Workday. Single task. Take scheduled breaks. Set boundaries. Evening. Digital detox. Reflect, relax, consistent sleep. Weekly. Declutter, plan, rest, connect mindfully, review progress. Lifestyle. Eat well, hydrate, exercise, meditate,
set boundaries, and practice self-compassion. 9. Conclusion. Calmness is your superpower. Calmness isn't passive, it's active. It's not about avoiding challenges, it's about meeting them with clarity, resilience, and intention. Every breath, every mindful moment, every consistent choice builds the foundation for a life of calm, clarity, and unstoppable success. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Train it, protect it, and structure it. Every habit, every routine is an investment in your mental strength. A calm mind makes better decisions, handles stress with ease, and turns challenges into opportunities. Imagine facing every day without chaos pulling you off balance. Imagine responding with clarity, not reaction. Imagine being unstoppable. This is the life you can create, starting right now. If you want more step-by-step tools, tips, and daily practices to master your mind and stay calm no matter what, subscribe now and continue your journey towards unstoppable focus and inner peace.